Hey, I'm Dallas Jenkins. I'm the creator of The Chosen, and you are about to watch the final 2 episodes of season 1. They are pretty intense. I think you're going to enjoy them. Now, if you haven't seen the first 6 episodes, you're going to need to watch those because these episodes won't make sense if you haven't seen the first 6. Now, speaking of making sense, why am I wearing this shirt? It's one of the shirts that we offer that says, "Get used to different." Well, this is actually a line that Jesus is going to say near the end of the episode you're about to watch, episode 7. Simon Peter is a little bit confused by something, and he doesn't know why Jesus is making a decision, and Jesus says, "Get used to different." Well, the reason that show means a lot to us is not only because it defines Jesus' ministry, but it also defines the show itself. From the beginning, everything about the show has been different, including the way to watch it. It's free and easy. Now, the best place to watch the show, besides here on YouTube, is the Chosen app or the Angel Studios app. It's free and easy there. You can contribute to the show there if you want to make sure that we can do future episodes and seasons. Those apps are where you do it. You're going to get better quality, you're going to get better video and sound. But look, we love you watching it here on YouTube as well. Just make sure that you're caught up. So, get used to different. Enjoy these final 2 episodes. I promise you they're going to be some of the most emotional that we've ever done in The Chosen. And if you want to keep watching more, you want to watch seasons 1, 2, and 3 and beyond, make sure you get the Chosen app and the Angel Studios app.
Joshua, how many more in the night?
Some 300, sir.
Where will you bury them?
Men are trying to dig a trench, but the ground is hard and rocky. With respect, Moses, my concern is not for the dead, but for the dying. Hundreds fall by the day, and for every serpent we kill, another 10 appear.
Maybe we should leave the bodies here, in this tent.
At the rate people are dying, there would not be enough room, even if we stack them to the top.
Then we'll have to leave and find someplace else.
I'm not leaving anytime soon. Too many people are sick and cannot walk.
After today, the only Hebrews too sick to walk will be those who choose to remain so.
Is there medicine in that bronze? You told the people that you would ask God to forgive their rebellion, to heal their serpent wounds.
I did.
Then why are you hiding in a tent?
It wasn't my idea, Joshua!
That is a pagan symbol. You did not ask him if he was sure? Maybe you misunderstood him.
I've learned to do what he says, without questioning. You remember what happened at Meribah.
Just to be sure, we could send a messenger to Ezion Gate or beg for aid.
That pole. Hand me that pole.
The people will say it is a cruel joke.
Let them say that.
Help me understand. None of this makes any sense.
How do you explain the Red Sea? The manna in the coil? The pillar of fire? Joshua, any Israelite who looks upon this bronze serpent and believes in the power of Adonai will be healed. It's an act of faith, not reason. Faith.
Come on.
Gaius, why are you here?
I'm escorting you.
Because you feel indebted for your promotion.
You're complaining about safely walking the streets?
I didn't help Quintus for you.
Oh, I know. You couldn't help yourself.
I spoke up because I was right.
You got lucky.
Luck doesn't exist.
So you knew Quintus would not kill you.
He was smart to go after the fishermen, but he must have been desperate to enlist Simon.
I don't buy it. You were terrified.
Guys, what if you were suddenly the only Roman in Capernaum?
I think I'd change clothes.
Exactly. When you realize that nobody else in the world cares what happens to you, you think only about yourself.
For a fool, your brain has taken you far. I admit it.
I thought so, too.
Praise Adonai, he is healthy and alive.
What are you talking
I
about?
received word from Jerusalem. Havela gave birth to a son. You are grandfather again.
So soon?
A month early, but all is well. Oh, blessed be he. We'll have the rest of our things sent.
No. My research here is not completed.
But we have to make it back in time for the bris. We have only 8 days, less than 8.
Circumcision can be performed by any number of people, Zohara.
Nico, this is your own grandson.
Fifth grandson. Havila will understand.
Do you know what people will say when they learn that the great Nicodemus missed his own grandson's name day because he was doing research in Capernaum, of all places?
Research that concerns not just one Jewish boy, but all of Israel, past, present, and future.
There is nothing in Capernaum but demoniacs and insolent schoolboys. Come to your senses.
I have never been closer to my senses.
That is not how it looks from the outside.
Many things are not.
I am ready to leave this place, Nico. I miss my children and my grandchildren, including the one I haven't even met yet.
Oh, Zohara, please. You can't just barge.
Oh, I believe I can.
Praetor Quintus.
Zohara, is it? Pleasure to see you again.
I trust all is well.
Why would you trust that?
Oh, yes, please do make yourself at home.
We really will have to discuss the people's tithing.
This is why you have come?
I need to know if we have a problem, Nicodemus.
I have complied with every request Rome has made to my office, even when it infringed on custom.
Let me rephrase. You and I want the same thing. We want rules followed. We want order. Soldiers, money, votes, that's my world. Demons, prayers, oddballs, that's yours. I need to know if our worlds are on a collision course. The so-called miracle worker?
Jesus of Nazareth.
Don't even know what Nazareth is, but yes, him.
Anecdotes and rumors.
And a stampede in the eastern ghetto that delayed Herod's envoy. That really made me look bad. I hate that.
The unrest began when your soldiers waded into the crowd brandishing weapons.
It isn't an isolated event. I've heard reports. My source has an unwavering knack for accuracy and a compulsion for the truth. So again, I ask you, is there a problem?
No.
You don't seem sure. Maybe I could get better information from this Shmuel. He's very eager to see me.
The only way to learn this preacher's intentions is to speak with him directly.
So speak to him. I hate crowds. They take time and resources, and then cleanup is a pain. When you arrange a private meeting, I want to know when and where. Understand?
What troubles you about this man?
Preachers have a habit of becoming politicians. They sprout up like weeds and spread. You know, wife is a gardener. She understands.
Some flora spread their seeds when trampled. Who's to say you wouldn't be creating a martyr?
I'll take my chances.
You sympathize with this preacher.
Will we be safe here?
What do you mean, safe?
They'll be looking for us because of what you said about forgiving sins.
We won't be here very long. After what happened yesterday, we'll keep moving from town to town.
Is that what you want?
What do you mean?
To roam about, not be able to stay in one place?
I want to do the will of my Father. And I want to spread the message of salvation. So yes, I am happy to not stay in one place.
Rabbi,
Yes, Dad.
I should prepare firewood for how many days?
5, I think.
Thought you said that we wouldn't be here very long.
Leaving some for the next weary traveler. Hospitality isn't only for people who own homes, John.
Mary?
Are you all right?
Yes, thank you. May I speak with you, Rabbi?
Yes, of course. Keep going.
I wanted to apologize for yesterday.
For what?
I was trying to help those people get closer to the sound of your voice. I had no idea they would open the roof and disrupt your teaching. I'm truly...
So you regret that a paralytic is enjoying his first full day on his own feet, huh?
No, just that I caused the scene and cut short your teaching.
Who's to say it was cut short? With their faith, they would have found a way whether you brought them to the roof or not.
Oh, there's more. When we were leaving, a Pharisee stopped me and asked for a private meeting with you. I told him I would ask.
A Pharisee? Do you know this man?
He visited me before.
A Pharisee in the Red Quarter.
Rome sent him. I doubt he wanted to be there.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Well, I saw him again after I was better, and he wanted to know how I was healed. Of course, I didn't tell him who you were, but he seemed...
What?
earnest. He wasn't offended to learn that someone else had succeeded where he had failed. There's a hunger in his eyes, not fear.
Not like the Pharisees at the window yesterday, huh?
I am sorry to have brought all this on you.
No. No, there was a reason you met this Pharisee.
Nicodemus.
Nicodemus, of course. I've heard of him.
I don't know who is known and who is not. This is all new to me.
Don't worry about which men others think are important. Send word to Nicodemus. I will meet with him. Little James will know the location. Thank you, Mary.
Yes, teacher. Where are you going?
To be alone. I need to think and to pray.
I will pray also. That I did not put you in terrible danger.
You have not. In fact, I have made plans already for tomorrow night.
Plans?
Yes, spread the word. A dinner party in the Northern District. The tall house just past the arch.
But that row of homes...
I know the kind of people who live there. Trust me.
I will tell the others.
Matthew.
Hello, Ima. Or Elisheva, I mean. Hello.
Matthew.
I don't receive visitors myself. Is this a custom?
If your father were here, I couldn't do this.
Where is Alpheus?
I think a dog followed you.
He's with me. He'll stay out here if you let me in. Stay. Will Alpheus be home soon?
He's away. On a work trip.
Where will work take him? Does he no longer make leather goods?
His shop was robbed. Many of the shops have been. Crime is rampant, makes it very difficult to reopen.
He loved his shop.
But we still have a roof over our heads, which is more than some people can say.
You can ask me for money if you ever need it.
How can you say that?
It's quite common. I've seen many parents entirely dependent on...
Your father would sooner die than take your blood money.
I know you are ashamed of me, but your decision is irrational. Rome will continue to collect taxes no matter what. I'm skilled with numbers.
Did you come here to justify yourself?
No! Everything's like sand in a flood. The things I thought I knew to be true.
Are you in trouble?
Do you think that impossible things can happen? That overturn the laws of nature? That cannot be explained?
That is what people asked when you were a boy. Even the rabbis were astonished at your talent for reading, math, the way you could think faster than any other child. They thought you would be someone great.
Great at what? I'm rich. I have an armed escort. I'm trusted by the praetor of Galilee.
We never dreamed you would use the talent God gave you to bleed your people dry.
But have you ever seen anything miraculous?
Matthew.
My whole world. Everything I thought I knew. What if it's wrong?
I think you should go. You never even asked about your sister?
She looks well. I came to celebrate Shabbat a few weeks ago. Then I left. Goodbye, Ima.
No, I'm not sure this is a good idea.
Why not?
Oh, could be a trap. Nicodemus cooperates with Rome. They're the ones who sent him to Mary when she was possessed in the Red Quarter.
I'm well acquainted with risks, Simon. So are you, if I remember our first meeting correctly. Huh?
Risk is his oldest friend, I'm afraid.
Simon, Mary is an excellent judge of character. She has known some of the worst kinds of men in this world. And she finds him earnest. You should trust her instincts. And mine.
Rabbi, I've got it.
Ah, let's take a look.
Can you keep her quiet, please? No one needs to know Emma's sick.
I can't tell her not to cough, Simon.
I just don't want our burdens to become his, okay? I don't want to be the one to distract him.
He's made up his mind about you. He's not going to kick you out of the group.
It's perfect. Well done. Well, I think I can fit all of you in here with me, huh?
You won't be recognized in that.
Has the owner of the house given permission?
It's all arranged, Rabbi. And I'll be waiting at the door.
Thank you, Andrew. You go on ahead.
But remember to relax. You are there to guide our guest, not to be my protector.
Are you sure you don't want me to come? The more eyes watching the streets for trouble, the better.
Not tonight, Simon. Stay here with your wife and your mother-in-law.
You see?
Welcome, Nicodemus. Don't be alarmed. He's waiting for you.
I asked the owner of this house for more lanterns, but he said they would draw attention.
Yes, I imagined they would.
The human eye is drawn to light. We can't help it. It just happens.
There are many things we are drawn to without our thinking or our ability to explain why. Thank you for agreeing to meet.
Thank you for trying to help Mary when you did.
It was no help.
You were meant to be there.
Me? So I could fail miserably at an exorcism in the Red Quarter?
If you had not been there that day, would you be on this roof tonight?
I don't know where to start. I have so many questions.
Shall we sit first?
Oh, yes, of course. The eastern slums. Many wandering preachers have succeeded in gathering crowds with their rhetoric and fiery tone.
I've heard a few of them over the years myself.
So you know the type. But I have never heard anyone tell a paralytic to get up and walk, much less it actually happened.
So what is your conclusion?
I believe you are not acting alone. No one can do these signs you do without having God in him. Only someone who has come from God.
And how is that belief going over in the synagogue? Which is why we are here at this hour. What else?
What have you come here to show us?
A kingdom.
That is what our rulers are worried about.
No, not that kind.
Then what?
A sort of kingdom that a person cannot see unless he is born again.
Born again?
Yes.
You mean like a new creature? A conversion from Gentile to Jewish?
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Then what is born again? I hope you don't mean return to the womb, because that would be a problem for me. My mother, may she rest in peace, is dead.
Truly, I say to you, unless one is born of water and the Spirit, he cannot enter the kingdom of God. That which is born of the flesh is flesh, and that which is born of the Spirit is spirit. That part of you, that is what must be reborn to new life.
How can these things be?
A teacher of Israel, and yet you do not understand these things, huh?
I'm trying, Rabbi.
I know. Do you hear this?
What?
Listen. What do you hear?
The wind?
How do you know it's the wind?
'Cause I can feel it. I hear it sound.
Do you know where it comes from?
No.
Do you know where it's going?
No.
That's what it is to be born again of the Spirit. The Spirit may work in a way that is a mystery to you. And while you cannot see the Spirit, you can recognize his effect.
Mind is consumed with thoughts of what a stir these words would cause among the teachers of the law.
Yes, and I do not expect otherwise. I speak of what I know and have seen, and it has not been received by the religious leaders.
It is hard to receive.
So if I have told you of earthly things, and you do not believe, how can I tell you heavenly things?
I believe your words. I just fear you may not have a chance to speak many more of them before you are silenced.
I have come to do more than speak words, Nicodemus.
More miracles?
Yes, but even more than that. Do you remember when the children of Israel complained against God and against Moses in the wilderness of Paran?
Yes. They wanted to return to Egypt, and they cursed the manna that God sent them.
And then?
They were bitten by serpents, and they were dying.
But
God made a way for them to be healed.
Moses lifted the bronze serpent in the desert, and people only needed to look at it. So will the Son of Man be lifted up, so that whoever believes in him may have eternal life.
Our people are not dying from snake bites. They're dying from taxation and oppression.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I did not come to deliver the people from Rome.
Then from what?
From sin. From spiritual death. God loves the world in this way, that he gave his only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life.
So this has nothing to do with Rome. It's all about sin.
God did not send his Son into the world to condemn it, Nicodemus. He sent him to save it through him. It's as simple as Moses' serpent on the pole. Whoever believes in him will not be condemned, but whoever does not believe stands condemned already. Have you ever heard anything like this before?
When I met Lilith, Mary, that day, I told my wife and my students that she was beyond human aid. Only God could have healed her. And then I saw her healed. And here you are. The healer. My whole life I have wondered if I would see this day.
Follow me, and you'll see more.
Follow you?
Join me and my students. In 2 days' time, we leave Capernaum. Come see the kingdom I am bringing into this world.
But I can't.
You have a position in the Sanhedrin. You have family. You are getting advanced in years. I understand. But the invitation is still open.
The invitation to what exactly? To lead a nomadic life, to give up who I am?
It's true. There is a lot you would give up. But what you would gain is far greater and more lasting.
Is this another one of your born-again mysteries?
Maybe. I know mysteries aren't easy for a scholar. Think about it. Take your time. On the morning of the 5th day, we leave, and we'll meet by the well in the southern quarter at dawn.
Is this the kingdom of God really coming?
What does your heart tell you?
My heart is swollen with fear and wonder. It can tell me nothing except that I am standing on holy ground. Holy roof, anyway.
I do hope you come with us, Nicodemus. You don't have to do that. What are you doing?
Kiss the Son, lest he be angry and you perish in the way.
Blessed are all who take refuge in him.
You see the Parthian foot races last night? Darius ran like a gazelle.
Jews don't go to foot races.
Your old friend Simon himself used to run the wagering tables.
We're not friends. Next.
Okay, fine. So you did not go to the races? You stay home?
I went to see my mother.
Ugh, that would put me out, too. She asked when you're going to give her grandchildren?
She didn't ask.
I thought your parents don't speak to you.
I had questions I couldn't ask anyone else.
The mother of a son with talent like yours should be proud.
She's ashamed that I could use the talent that God gave me against God. Next.
You're good at something. You found a way to make a living doing it. It's that simple.
Must be nice to live in a world so simply ordered.
We live in the same world, Matthew.
Next.
Besides, what else are you going to do with a mind like yours?
Matthew! Matthew, son of Alphaeus!
Yes?
Follow me.
Me?
Yes, you.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing?
You want me to join you?
Keep moving, street preacher.
Do you have any idea what this guy has done? Do you even know him?
Yes.
Listen, I said to... What are you doing? Where do you think you're going?
Guys, let me go.
Have you lost your mind? You have money. Quintus protects you. No Jew lives as good as you. You're gonna throw it all away.
Yes.
I don't get it.
You didn't get it when I chose you either.
But this is different. I'm not a tax collector.
Get used to different. I'm glad we passed by your booth today, Matthew.
Yes.
Shall we? We have a celebration to prepare for.
You will regret this, Matthew.
What's the tablet for?
I grabbed it without thinking. You can put it back.
No, keep it. You may yet find use for it.
Where are we going?
A dinner party.
I'm not welcome at dinner parties.
Well, that's not going to be a problem tonight. You're the host.
This is the spot, my sons. Shalom, my friend.
I don't know that word.
It's something my family says. It's a greeting of peace.
You won't find much of that here, I'm afraid.
I'm Jacob.
I'm Yassib.
Yassib, I would offer you something to drink, but as you can see, we have just begun work on our well.
We bought this land from the sons of Himo.
For only 100 quesida, can you believe it?
I believe it every time the princes of this land cheat another foreigner. You will cost the day you pay that 100 quesita.
And what do you think would have been a fair price?
0 quesita, 0 goats, 0...
We have 12 sons to work the land, and once we strike water...
You will never strike water. Yes, the recent rain makes the land look lush, but the underground river runs around the mountain, not up it.
Our God takes care of us.
This is Canaan. The gods are not nice here.
We won't be here that long. We are sojourners.
And what are you looking for?
A land our God promised my grandfather, Abraham.
Your grandfather? You ever notice how the gods are always promising us things, but we never really see them happen?
Sometimes it takes generations.
Suit yourself. So, what is this god of yours called anyway?
El Shaddai.
I've never heard of him.
Not many people have, but I think someday they will.
You have no home? Where's your temple for this god?
He has no temple.
So where do you worship him?
Build altars wherever we go.
And you do not carry him with you?
No. There are no carved idols of him.
So he's invisible?
Yes. Well, usually. There was one time he broke my hip.
Oh, no, I've heard enough. Of all the gods you could possibly choose from, you pick an invisible god whose promises take generations to come true, who makes you sojourn in strange places, and he broke your hip. That is a strange choice. Immigrants.
We didn't choose him.
Father!
He chose us.
You know, when the door opened, I honestly hoped it was a thief or a murderer come to put me out of my misery.
Sorry to disappoint you, but there's something I need from you first.
Come closer, I can't see you. Your hair is matted and your face is red. Why?
You know why.
If you came back to live with me, you could go to the well with the other women in the cool of the morning.
You're wrong about that. I could go with him if I had stayed with Ramin.
Out with it. How much do you need?
I'm not here for money. I've brought a bill of divorce. All you need to do is sign it.
Only a man can divorce his wife, not the other way around, Fatina.
Which is why the certificate is in your name, Naraya.
On what grounds am I to divorce you?
I'm living with another man.
So what? That's all you did with me. Live
You
here.
knew why I married you.
Stability. The shine wore off quick, didn't
The
it?
Pentateuch makes provision for a husband to divorce his wife if she lies with another man.
Listen to you, talking about Pentateuch.
What do I have to do? Bring him here?
Yes! I want to see the latest shade of drooling tomcat you put your spell on. Harry. Before he gets bored, like the others.
Will you sign it or not?
Give it here. No.
Please.
Please? You're my property, Fatina, and I don't part lightly with my possessions.
I don't know if he's telling you about it, you know. He was teaching.
The way he ran from the Red Quarter, nearly tripping on his robes.
A Pharisee running? Somehow I can't see that.
I thought for certain he would trip and fall and I would be arrested.
Knowing your luck, Rivka, probably would happen, huh?
I thought for certain Lil was gone forever that day.
And it's Mary now.
Always was.
He was teaching. You can see.
Does anyone want any grapes? Barnaby, you eat a lot.
Very observant, Matthew.
Thank you. Simon?
You know, Matthew, when you're not behind iron bars, you're quite handsome.
I agree.
What is going on?
May I help you?
We were just on a walk and we heard voices, and I thought they sounded like... But surely not.
And yet it is you. Would you like to come in?
We would never be caught dead in a...
In a what? In a tax collector's house?
Not only that, but with a... Do you know what she... and he... They are...
You seem to be having troubles finding your words, man.
Why does your master eat with tax collectors and sinners?
It is not the healthy who need a doctor, but the sick.
I must say, I am shocked. She is from the Red Quarter. Much of what is done there cannot even be spoken by my tongue or cross my lips. It is so unholy. The mere mention of it would defile me.
Sounds like a personal problem.
But him and the others he works with, they betray our people for money and they're not even sorry.
If you're so offended, then leave.
Let them speak, Andrew.
They've never offered guilt sacrifices in the temple.
What? The priest keeps records. We check them.
Tax collectors are not welcome at the temple.
Would like them better if they made the proper sacrifices.
This is not about me. This is about what God wants.
You are forgetting the scroll of Hosea. Go and learn what this means. I desire mercy, more than sacrifice.
There are righteous men on the lookout for you, and they are weighing every word you say.
Is that a threat? Please let them know this, Yusuf. I have not come to call the righteous, but sinners.
Is everything under control here?
Yes. We were just going on our way, Centurion.
There's primi ordine to you.
Prime ordine.
You all keep eating. I will talk to this man. Guys?
You're making a mistake. You can walk away from this.
I made my choice.
Look at that room. Other than Rom and Jahaz, whom I know to be law-abiding tax collectors, everyone else in there, the dregs of Capernaum.
Gaius, lower your voice.
The bottom of the barrel.
Germanic, correct? Isn't that what you told Quintus?
Do not change the subject.
Your people surrendered. I'm surrendering too. Your promotion was well earned. You will do well without me. Better, even.
How? You're the one who got me promoted.
That is untrue.
Do not play dumb. You know how this all happened.
You could say thank you.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Well, if you can't say it, then there's something you could do to show it. I'll pay you if necessary.
I do not want your money. What is the favor?
You have not rehearsed your speech for me.
It's nothing.
They want to honor you for the great things you have done here. Give them a thrill.
My remarks will be extemporaneous.
You are one of those rare men who excels in both rehearsed and unrehearsed speech.
And you are not guilty of bias, are you?
But those are not my words.
Oh?
Caiaphas said that about you at our last Shabbat dinner.
He was just flattering.
There is no one above the high priest but God. What is he to gain from you by flattery? Well, he has never complimented my cooking. Do you remember at that final dinner when Eliel sang to Havilah? She was glowing, his voice the sweeter for the child in her womb.
Brought tears to my eyes.
And can you picture Moshe and Gideon? Their little chins resting on the table. When you say the Yesher Chayil, that's the way Shabbat was meant to be. Family. Knit together around a table. My mother's gilded plates. Your grandmother's candlesticks. May she rest in peace.
I do miss her.
And if she could see you now, receiving the highest honor ever bestowed by our order, she would burst with pride.
I remember the inscription she had over the doorway of her room. Adonai El Roy. The Lord, the God who sees me.
The words of Hagar.
She always loved that Hagar was caught up in something complicated and fraught, but not of her choice. And yet, God saw her. And he knew that the path she was forced to take would not be an easy one.
When we stumble onto hard roads, he finds us and comforts us.
Or does he call us to them?
Persian myrrh and camphor to commemorate our last day in Capernaum.
One last day.
Nicodemus, I love our life.
As do
Take me back to it.
I changed my mind. I will prepare my remarks. I will need a moment.
Gaius.
Peter.
Just the man I've been waiting to see. Get in here. What methods are we using to quell and disperse mobs that obstruct traffic?
Regular patrols, mounted officers, when necessary force.
Not enough force. And what use are mounted officers if the people have never seen anyone trampled?
Peter?
Herod's envoy was delayed. He was a childhood rival. You were there. I asked Matthew. He said show him some infrastructure plans.
I hope it was effective, Dominus.
Very. Until Silvius was delayed by a stampede on his way out. I had to endure a very smug lecture. Don't let that happen again.
Yes, Peter.
I see you're alone. I assume that means you've found a replacement to watch our little friend?
A new soldier has been trained and installed.
Good.
And I am reviewing applications for a new publicanus for that district.
What district?
The collection district previously assessed by Matthew.
Why are you doing that?
Matthew left. He quit, Dominus.
What do you mean, he quit? Why would you let him quit?
He is a contractor. I had no recourse.
Quit to do what?
He is to become a student.
Of what? Don't make me keep asking questions,
He
Primus.
is to study the Jewish God. He left to follow a holy man, the man from the eastern ghetto. That is all I know.
Oh, I really don't like that man.
Brothers, extra food from our Ima. And she made more. She's convinced we will starve along the way with 6 days of walking, huh?
3.
3?
We're going to run all the way to Jerusalem.
That won't work for Simon. He's a terrible runner.
Yeah, well, I have bad shins.
Or maybe if you didn't get in a fight with Abba and Josephat every week.
Easy, boys.
My fighting days are over.
Simon, you seem quiet this morning.
Oh, we have a long journey ahead. Yeah.
Apparently only half as long as we thought.
I'll explain later. Simon, what troubles you?
Nothing, just excited for the trip, you know.
You can tell me the truth.
You're telling me you don't already know what's in my head?
That's a conversation for another time. But for now,
I'm the only one among us who is married.
so you think I should have only called single people?
Of course not. And I'm glad you didn't, but Eden will be alone with her Ima.
You're scared that things could get worse and you wouldn't be there.
See? That's what I mean. You already know anyway.
Simon, everyone here knows what you're thinking most of the time. It does not take God's wisdom.
Congratulations on your profound contribution, Rabbi. We are forever in your debt.
Praise Adonai.
Praise Adonai.
The ceremony was glorious, teacher. Your acts of faithfulness and discernment have been duly recorded for all history.
Thank you, Shmuel. I'm grateful for your service as well.
Thank you.
I foresee you will be an important leader in our order for many years to come.
Maybe not just here in Capernaum, Rabbi. Perhaps I will one day teach across Judea. Maybe even in Jerusalem.
Perhaps you will, Shmuel.
It's not such a ridiculous notion, is it, Rabbi? I have studied under your venerated tutelage, after all. As your reputation grows, so too do my own prospects.
I think it is perhaps bold to assume outcomes. Our work is for God. He chooses where it takes us.
You're right as always, Rabbi. But under your guidance, I've found a matter of law I'm deeply passionate about. One that resonates with many others, even as far away as Jerusalem.
I'm delighted to hear your fervor, Shmuel. Tell me, what is it you've become so passionate about?
False prophecy. When I heard the man from Nazareth tell the paralytic his sins were forgiven, I thought only God can forgive sins. At that very moment, he turned to me and recited my thoughts as if reading them from a scroll. I felt the same. Did he use divination, I wondered. But it's obvious. Of course I would think this thought. He called himself the Son of Man, as if from the prophet Daniel, here, in the town of my order.
It came from Nazareth, not heaven.
To him was given dominion and glory and a kingdom, that all peoples, nations, and languages should serve him.
He's simply a man. I don't understand it anymore.
His dominion is an everlasting dominion which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. The man claimed to be God, and you said nothing. I will petition Jerusalem, requesting permission to search the archives for all matters pertaining to such false prophecy. Will you oppose my petition, Rabbi? The question on the mind of every man who reads my account will have to be, what did Nicodemus do?
So, it's all about politics and promotion for you, isn't it? It's not to serve God.
On the contrary, teacher, it's about the law. And the law is God. If I'm rewarded for that, it's because I learned from the very wisest.
I will not oppose your petition. And, Shmuel, you have learnt nothing from me.
Where is Simon? Can he build us a fire?
He's away, Ima.
Fishing?
No, something else. Lie still. Lie still.
Eden.
Jesus. I wasn't expecting you here.
People usually aren't.
Can I get you something warm to drink? I was just stoking the fire.
You saw it first, you know.
What do you mean?
What I see in Simon. You were the first person to notice when no one else did. That connects us.
My mother said I was drawn to his wildness, and that I would regret it. I wonder what she will say now.
We're going into town to sell these nets. We'll be right back.
Stay here a moment, Simon.
I just want to leave some extra money behind for Eden and Ima while I'm away.
Put your nets down and go sit with your mother-in-law. It's all right. I told Simon to make sacrifices and leave things behind in order to follow me. You are one flesh with Simon. He cannot make sacrifices that are not also yours. You have a role to play in all of this.
Do I?
You will know in time. I can't make everything about this easier for you.
That wouldn't be our people's way.
No, it has not been. Nor will it continue to be. But I see you. You understand? I know it is not easy to be at home when your husband is out doing all of this. Even when you are excited about it and proud of him. So, I wouldn't ask you to do this without taking care of a few things.
You mean?
Plus, normal Simon is difficult enough. You think I want to travel with a worried Simon?
No.
No, I do not.
The fever spiked. Her forehead burns my hand to the touch.
We should get a doctor. There is no need.
Who are you?
This is Jesus of Nazareth.
You've never met him before.
Welcome to my son-in-law's home.
Thank you.
What am I doing lying here?
You had a terrible fever.
And all of you staring down.
Dasha, don't.
No one move. I'll be right back with some drinks. And be a dear and come start this fire.
Coming.
Let's see. Ryan butter for Simon, pomegranate arrows. Goat cheese.
Thank you.
Does your friend like goat cheese?
Yes, I love goat cheese.
I should, see about the goat cheese.
Thank you.
Me? For what?
For obeying and following him. Let him hear.
Simon, nectarines or plums?
You're alive. I know you are. I know that. I know that.
Certainly ripe, huh? Feel. You? Of course, yes.
Oranges.
2 shekels. Thank you.
Plums.
Beautiful silks from
like?
Phoenicia. Do you want some?
Yeah.
We don't serve your kind here.
And what kind is that?
You know what you are.
Well, lucky for you, I can serve myself. You know, to stop me, you'd have to look at me.
Take down this decree in Aramaic, Latin, and Greek, so no one can plead ignorance. By order of Rome and punishable by detention and imprisonment, religious gatherings outside the synagogue and Hebrew school are strictly prohibited. The teacher known as Jesus of Nazareth is sought for questioning.
Should be everyone. Everyone's here?
Yes, this is all of us.
Is there anyone else?
Look at this.
What is that?
I don't know. Let's find out. Gold.
A friend of mine left that for us. It's enough for 2 weeks of food and lodging.
You came so close.
What do you mean?
We need to go for it to make it to a camp in Tiberias by nightfall.
Simon is correct. Let's go.
You're gonna wear that? On a trip?
These are my clothes. Should I have others? Hello?
Elisheva, who is it?
Roman.
What's wrong? What happened? What did it mean? Follow me.
That is all he said. Matthew did not hesitate.
Follow him where?
Look, I'm sure he will come to his senses.
His senses. Do you know my son?
Do you? At the moment, he believes this man to be a prophet.
The man that healed the paralytic at Zebedee's house.
I would be careful with that word, healed. We do not know what sort of trickery or illusion may have been involved.
Matthew has no interest in illusion.
Nor in your God. Or so I thought.
Matthew upended his life to be with him. His wicked life.
He does not make decisions lightly.
That is true.
When I saw him 2 days ago, he did not seem himself. But I never would have guessed that he was preparing for this.
He asked me to deliver to you some of his personal effects.
With an eye in heaven.
The key to his house.
Luxury bought off the backs of our people. I will not accept it.
He suspected as much. Sell it. Give it away, burn it down. I do not care. Don't burn it down. The other is just outside.
Matthew.
What? Why?
Matthew said thieves forced you to close your business.
Yes, but...
And you've been taking long journeys for your business.
Yes. I have all my permits.
Don't you get it? The roads are dangerous. Your wife is left for long periods of time alone.
Yeah.
People with bad intentions hate him.
How does it work?
One last thing. If you hear from him or receive any word of his whereabouts, contact me immediately.
Is he wanted?
Not officially. But if Jesus of Nazareth returns to Capernaum, the praetor would like to question him. And it would be in everyone's best interest if you contact me.
We understand.
And I just want you to... Well... I know some people that were mildly fond of your son.
Hungry? Almost there.
What city is that?
Jezreel, the southernmost town in Galilee. From there we veer east to the Jordan River.
Rabbi, where are you going?
Do you need something?
This way, friends.
I'm sorry, but the map shows that Jezreel is 2 miles southeast of here and is met by a road east of the Jordan. We need to adjust our course 30 degrees.
We're not going to the Jordan. We're going through Samaria. Are you telling a joke? There's a place that I want to stop. Plus, it makes our journey shorter by almost half.
And our odds of violent attack more likely by double.
Is that an exact figure? Forgive me, teacher, but it's safer to go around Samaria by way of the Jordan than at the Decapolis. Would you join me for safety reasons?
But Rabbi, we're Samaritans.
Good observation, Big James. What's your point?
Rabbi, these were the people that profaned our temple with the dead bones. They hated
They
us.
fought
They didn't...
against us with the Seleucids in the Maccabean Wars. I've never even spoken to a Samaritan.
And we destroyed their temple 100 years ago. And none of you here were present for any of these things. Listen, if we're going to have a question and answer session every time we do something you're not used to, it's going to be a very annoying time together for all of us. We'll be fine. And if we get attacked, Simon would be happy to show us what to do.
Absolutely.
Right. So follow me.
We ate the last of Salome's bread last night.
Master, we need to go into town for food.
We can use the gold left for us at the fountain.
Very well.
There's a town about a mile west. Sikar.
You all go. I'll wait here.
Someone should stay with you. In case.
I'm all right. Meet me at that well when you come back. Would you give me a drink? Did you hear me?
That bad, huh?
What?
You, a Jew, ask for a drink from me, a Samaritan, and a woman.
I'm sorry. I should have said please.
You know, it's not safe for you to be alone out here.
Nor you. Why haven't you come with others? And why so late in the day? Don't women come to the wells in the cool of the morning?
Yeah, well, None of them will be seen with me, so I have to come out new, in the heat, as you have so kindly reminded me.
Why won't they be seen with you?
Long story.
I'd still like a drink of water if you can spare it.
Amazing what a parched throat will do. Aren't I unclean to you? Won't you be defiled by this vessel?
Maybe some of my people say that about your women, but I don't.
Yeah? And what do you say?
I say if you knew who I am, you'd be asking me for a drink.
Really?
And I would give you living water.
Would. Except that you have nothing to draw water with, and this is a deep well. Besides, what do you need from me if you have your own supply of living water?
Long story.
But Jewish water is better than Samaritan water.
That's not what I said.
Are you a better man than our ancestor Jacob, who dug this well? Your water is better than his?
I know Jacob. And everyone who drinks this water will thirst again. But whoever drinks the water that I give him will never be thirsty again.
Wouldn't that be nice?
The water I give will become in a person a spring of water welling up to eternal life.
Really?
Yes, really.
Prove it.
First, go and call your husband and come back. I will show you both.
I don't have a husband.
You are right. You've had 5 husbands. And the man you're living with now is not your husband.
Oh, I see. You're a prophet. You're here to preach at me.
No.
Usually the one good thing about coming here alone is I can escape being condemned.
I'm not here to condemn you.
I've made mistakes. Too many. But it's men like you who have made it impossible for me to do anything about it.
How?
Our ancestors worshipped on this mountain. But you Jews insist Jerusalem is the only place for true worship.
They say that because the temple is there.
Exactly where we're not allowed.
I'm here to break those barriers. And the time is coming when neither on this mountain nor in Jerusalem will you worship the Father.
So, where am I supposed to go when I need God? I've never received anything from God, but I couldn't thank him even if I did.
Anywhere. God is spirit. And the time is coming and is now here that it won't matter where you worship, but only that you do it in spirit and truth. Heart and mind, that is the kind of worshiper he's looking for. It won't matter where you're from or what you've done. Do you believe what I'm telling you?
Until the Messiah comes and explains everything and sorts this mess out, including me, I don't trust in anyone.
You're wrong when you say that you've never received anything from God. This Messiah you speak of, I am he. The first one was named Ramin. You were a woman of purity who was excited to be married. But he wasn't a good man. He hurt you. And it made you question marriage and even the practice of your faith.
Stop it.
The second was Farzad. On your wedding night, his skin smelled like oranges. And to this day, every time you pass by the oranges in the market, you feel guilty for leaving him. Because he was the only truly godly man you've been with. But you felt unworthy.
Why are you doing this?
I have not revealed myself to the public as the Messiah. You are the first. It would be good if you believed me.
You picked the wrong person.
I came to Samaria just to meet you. Do you think it's an accident that I'm here in the middle of the day?
I am rejected by others.
I know. But not by the Messiah.
And you know these things because you are the Christ. I'm going to tell everyone.
I was counting on it.
Spirit and truth.
Spirit and truth.
It won't be all about mountains or temples.
Soon, just the heart.
You promise?
I promise.
This man told me everything I've done. Oh, he must be the Christ!
Hey, wait!
Your water! You forgot your
Come see you, man! You told me everything I ever did!
Rabbi, we got food. What would you like?
Ah. I have food to eat that you do not know about.
Who got you food?
Wait a minute. You told her? And she can tell others?
What food? My food is to do the will of him who sent me. And to accomplish his work.
You told her who you are? So does that mean?
It means we're going to stay here a couple of days. It's been a long time of sowing, but the fields are ripe for harvest.
And so it's time.
Let's go.
Yes!
Throw me like a stone in the water, watch the mud rise up. Dress me like a lamb for the slaughter, pour me in your cup. Should've known we'd bring trouble, trouble gonna find you here. Trouble. Trouble. Trouble.
God, it should be here. I told them the fountain, right? We said in the southern quarter, right?
No, we said the north.
So do we have to go back to where we...
Well, I could have sworn I said that.
Are you sure?
I don't know. No, we said the north. I said the north?
So help me,
Cut! Cut!